Magic Kingdom restaurant worth taking an hour out of your park day? Let's find out.
Hi everybody, welcome back to our channel. Plaza Restaurant is one of the easiest restaurants to find. What you're gonna do is go to the end of Main Street, like I'm doing. You're gonna hook a right, and Plaza Restaurant is dead ahead. You cannot miss it. Right here is the check-in desk, and you're good to go.
So we were just sat at our table. The Plaza Restaurant is one that Tyler and I have actually come to a couple of times. We came here on our honeymoon, and then we decided it would make sense for us to like officially review it on the channel. But it is just the cutest little restaurant. The vibe is very much like Victorian era. It's not the biggest restaurant. Despite the fact that it's small, we were able to snag a reservation like 3 days ago, so it's not the most popular place in Magic Kingdom. So it's an easy reservation to grab, but it's an indoor sit-down restaurant. So it's a great place to come and kind of beat the heat in the middle of the summer. If you're needing to get out of that blazing Florida sun, it's not terribly loud in here. So it's easy to have a conversation and just chit chat with the people that you're with. We're excited. We're excited to be here and try out everything. We haven't been here in a couple of years. So to start off this lovely meal that we're about to have, Tyler and I both got super fun, amazing, wonderful, awesome drinks in the form of water. It's delicious and it's iced, and we love it. Well, that was an interesting dinner.
To say the least.
I feel bad. I don't like being like, it was terrible. I didn't like it. But it wasn't very good, and I did not enjoy dinner tonight. So did you want to go first, or did you want me to?
Yeah, I'll dive in. Tonight I ordered the double bacon cheeseburger. In two of our previous restaurant reviews, Steakhouse 71 and Boathouse, I also got burgers. If you haven't checked out those videos, go see them. They're live on the channel right now. Those burgers were fantastic. They were made very well, and they melted in the mouth. They were phenomenal. This burger falls very, very, very short of those previous two. They didn't ask me how I wanted my burger, and that might be on me, but when the burger came out, it was very well done, super dry. The other thing is it just lacked overall seasoning. It's very plain Jane. Now, I am a pickier eater, and I did get it without lettuce and tomato. That's just personal preference, but still, I mean, I did that with the other burgers at Steakhouse 71 and Boathouse, and they came out phenomenal. The fries were unseasoned. Overall, just the whole dish lacked. Now, the one saving grace is it did fill me up because it was a good portion. However, can I justify that burger being $26? I'm going to say no.
I had the chef salad. I mean, it's hard to mess up a chef salad, so it wasn't like it was bad. It just was like large chunks of food, large strips of cheese, large strips of meat, and it just like it was over a bed of romaine lettuce. Now, I don't like egg, so I didn't get egg on mine, but it was lacking, and it was a $20 salad. And look, I get it. We're in Disney. Things are going to be expensive. We're not saying, oh, I refuse to pay this much. It's ridiculous. I think that if they had made it into like a chopped salad, so every piece was chopped up and you could mix it really easily, I think that would have changed it a little bit. But it was very clear, as Tyler was saying, like, they didn't ask me how I wanted my burger, and I was thinking, it was like wedding food. Like, they were just turning out food as fast as they could, and so it was about slapping it onto a plate. It wasn't about anything being like fabulous. So overall, I just was not thrilled with my salad. I just didn't think it was that great.
We did order a dessert tonight. We got the cotton candy cheesecake. Now, this was a little bit misleading because I thought the cheesecake was going to be cotton candy flavored. Actually, we thought the cheesecake was going to be cotton candy flavored, and we kind of had to do a double take. And even on the menu, it does just say cotton candy cheesecake with mixed berries. It came out, it was strawberry flavored cheesecake with some cotton candy on it, and then like little cotton candy like pop balls or whatever. They were about the size of a Dippin' Dot, but they were kind of sprinkled on the cheesecake itself. Overall, it was pretty good. I think that was the best thing we had. I feel like the Plaza Restaurant is going through a bit of an identity crisis. It's seated on the very end of Main Street, and when you think about Main Street, it's this timeless, cute, simple little city in Yesterdayville. It transforms you out of the real world into just kind of a classic time. You go into the Plaza Restaurant and the setting is Victorian, it's almost elevated, but you look at the menu and it's almost as if you're ordering off a 50s diner menu with a couple of sandwiches and burgers. Very limited menu. Now, one thing we've noticed is this restaurant has kind of gone through some changes over the years, especially with the pandemic. There used to be live performers. The residents of Main Street would come and they would greet you and they'd ask you how your day is going. Obviously, a lot of companies went through some tough times during the pandemic, and so, you know, some things had to go away, and unfortunately, the Main Street residents are a casualty of that. It also seems like the menu really changed since then as well, and so overall, the point that I'm making is the menu seems a little away from the theme of the restaurant.
To Tyler's point, I agree. I think that the citizens of Main Street really made a huge, huge difference to that restaurant, and it feels very dead without them, and I wish that they would bring them back. To end this, Tyler, would you recommend somebody take an hour out of their park day to visit the Plaza Restaurant?
Unless you like simple food, no. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of time out of your day. I will say it was great service. Our server Dylan was awesome tonight, but ultimately I don't think that is overruling of lackluster food.
Yeah, I agree. We are not secretive about the fact that we don't like Magic Kingdom food. I wish that we liked more. I think that it's better to take your lunch break or your dinner break and go out to any of the hotels, and they have amazing food. The monorail resorts. Go to any of those restaurants and enjoy a quick meal there, and I think you'll have a much better time and you'll enjoy your food. Price point will feel a little bit more fair. So I'm really hoping that this was just a weird time and that we'll try this again in like a year and it'll be like, oh, that was just a bad night. Now, I do think that this is a definite example of the thing about Disney restaurants is the only thing they're consistent about is being inconsistent. We have been to this restaurant 3 times now. This was by far the worst. We came here on our honeymoon and we remember this restaurant fondly. We said, oh, we have to go back there. It was really good. So sometimes it's a simple, like, you went on an off night. And that could have been our situation tonight. And in 6 months, it could be the best restaurant again. But as of right now, I would just not go back. I don't think it was worth the price that we paid. We spent $66 on our dinner. We did not get any drinks. We just had water, as you saw. I don't know. Overall, I was very underwhelmed with this particular meal. I think that's going to wrap it up for us for the Plaza Restaurant. Thank you guys so much for watching. Of course, as always, if you liked this video, please go ahead and like and subscribe. And if you haven't followed us on Threads and Instagram, please go and follow us over there. We're having a ton of fun making all of these super cute videos for you guys. And I guess there's nothing else to say other than we'll see you at the next stop.